The way Sister Wives Season 19 handled Garrison Brown's death was so important. The Brown family honored his memory beautifully. Dear loves, welcome to USA Drama. Please do subscribe my YouTube channel. More than 1 year after the tragic death of Garrison Brown, Sister Wives Season 19 is shedding light on the events surrounding his passing. Garrison was the son of Cody Brown and his second wife, Janelle Brown. He was also loved by Cody's wives, Mary Brown, Christine Brown, and Robin Brown, who all raised the family's 18 children together. Although Garrison was featured often on Sister Wives throughout his youth, his appearances grew less frequent as his relationship with Cody became strained. Following Janelle and Cody's divorce, her adult sons were largely absent from the show. Garrison died by suicide on March 5, 2024. In the face of such a devastating loss, it was unclear whether Sister Wives would ever broach the topic of his passing. Recent seasons have focused less on the Brown children and more on the crumbling relationships between the adults amid Cody's divorces from Janelle, Marie, and Christine. Garrison's passing had such a profound impact on the family it needed to be addressed. As brutal as Sister Wives Season 19, Episode 23 was to watch, it was also the best tribute to a life gone too soon. While Sister Wives previews hinted Garrison's death would be discussed this season, the way it played out was even more gut-wrenching than expected. Cameras captured Marie while taping an interview segment, receiving several phone calls from Cody. Although she ignored his calls and tried to focus on her interview, Cody told her it was an emergency. Once Mary finally answered the phone, she remained on screen for a brief moment, with viewers knowing all too well the horrible news that was on the other end. One by one, Garrison's loved ones detailed how they found out about his passing. This drove home how his loss completely upended the family's sense of normalcy. While the Browns are public figures whose lives are televised, they're also a loving family who experienced the unthinkable. The story was told chronologically and honestly, with each family member's raw emotions on display. The incident also gave insight into the dynamics within the fractured family. Mary spoke about driving to be by Cody's side and bringing food to Janelle. Cody spoke of consoling his children, even those with whom he had strained relationships. Cody and Janelle later discussed making arrangements for their son together. Considering the past several seasons of Sister Wives have revolved around the chaos within the family, one of the few bright parts of the episode was how the family came together in the face of such unimaginable loss. While Sister Wives walked viewers through the circumstances surrounding Garrison's death, it also emphasized the wonderful impact his life had on his loved ones. Gabriel Brown, who was incredibly close to his brother, described him as an extremely genuine person who always felt a lot deeper than he expressed. He explained that Garrison brought an air of ease that made everyone around him feel comfortable, which he poignantly called the real mark of a gentleman. Christine recounted Garrison's love of fire, traveling, and stars. Her daughter, Mykelti Padron, spoke about Garrison's humor, while Mykelti's husband, Tony Padron, remembered Garrison's friendliness. Throughout the episode, photographs showed how full Garrison's life was. The family's words about their beloved son and brother perfectly described how one-of-a-kind he was, and even in the middle of such a large family, he had a captivating presence that could never be replaced. The entire Brown family was honest as they recounted Garrison's struggles. Christine admitted the family all knew that he was sad. Janelle revealed that she and her other sons would tag team to keep tabs on Garrison. She also opened up about his struggle with alcohol, explaining that it had started during COVID and escalated in the year before his death. Her candor is notable not only because of the generally taboo nature of substance misuse, but also because the Brown family's religion prohibited alcohol. The family's willingness to discuss Garrison's battles helps remove the secrecy surrounding mental health. Janelle explained that the tragedy forced her to have more frank conversations about mental health. She was aware of the trauma her other children were experiencing and made sure they had the resources necessary to cope. Janelle also prioritized her health and healing. It was important for her to stay busy, and she was thankful her move to North Carolina provided a fresh start away from the painful memories. Sister Wives' discussion of Garrison's death certainly wasn't easy to watch, but it was incredibly powerful. It put a face on the tragedy and showed the devastating effects suicide can have on a family. The discussion will undoubtedly help others who are struggling. It also shows the hole Garrison's passing left in his family, and while it can't be filled, speaking honestly and lovingly about his memory will be crucial to their healing. Her recent remarks on the show have triggered an intense wave of criticism, with many fans accusing her of subtly steering Cody's decisions to suit her needs, even as the family structure continues to unravel. Long before Robin officially became Cody Brown's legal wife, she arrived with financial baggage that the rest of the family hadn't bargained for. According to reports, Robin brought in over $32,000 in credit card debt from a previous marriage, a burden that soon became a collective issue. The other wives stepped in, helping to pay off her debt and get her settled with a house. Even after that, Robin didn't exactly cut back on expenses. Fans noted her affinity for pricey items like American Girl dolls and jewelry, raising eyebrows as to where her priorities lay. In hindsight, some viewers believe this dynamic marked the beginning of the family's deterioration. With Christine, Janelle, and Mary eventually walking away, many now link those decisions to how Robin's presence shifted the balance of power within the household. The most recent episode took a heavier emotional turn with news of Garrison's death, but it was Robin's response that struck a nerve. When Cody informed her of the tragic loss, she replied that she had been working a statement that left fans puzzled and, frankly, outraged. Given Robin's long-standing absence from traditional employment and her seemingly inactive jewelry business, the comment felt jarring to many. Online forums lit up with viewers questioning what exactly she meant by working. Theories ranged from humorous to biting. Some speculated she was playing the role of nanny to her own children. Others joked her job consisted of managing online orders, mostly returns. I have a theory that she only keeps about 25% of what she orders online, so her day job is literally just her shipping back stuff she wants to return. Regardless of intention, the term working felt hollow to many fans, especially in the context of such a somber moment. Despite the firestorm, Robin has remained silent on social media. She did, however, attend Garrison's funeral alongside Cody. Notably, a source claimed they arrived with a camera crew in tow, despite explicit wishes from Janelle's family to keep filming away from the service. This choice further fueled the narrative that Robin and Cody remain out of step with the rest of the family. In fact, long before Christine, Janelle, and Mary parted ways with Cody, he and Robin had already been spotted spending increasing time together, frequenting shopping centers, and even reportedly living a monogamous lifestyle. For many longtime viewers, these behaviors weren't just isolated incidents. They were symptoms of a deeper problem that helped fracture the Brown family's polygamous foundation. Sister Wives stars Cody and Robin Brown are big spenders, and it's true that the Flagstaff, Arizona home they used to own is loaded with luxury amenities, including a ritzy heated driveway. The series used to have a down-home, relatable quality. The family didn't seem really rich, and in fact, they really weren't. There were bankruptcy filings back then, issues with cash flow that led Cody, Mary, and Janelle Brown to take drastic measures. Cody and Mary jointly filed for bankruptcy in 2005, and Janelle filed in 1997. The home that Cody and Robin currently occupy was purchased by the duo for a whopping $2.1 million via their Whitestone Trust. It features 7,884 square feet, and the down payment was $420,000. The couple got a mortgage to cover the rest. It's a showplace in Flagstaff, but the house they owned before that is also a very fancy residence. The couple sold it for $1.6 million in 2024. That's the home with the heated driveway. Heated driveways aren't cheap. Warmly Yours reports that a driveway of this type can cost $7,294. However, that estimate's actually on the lower end of the scale. Depending on the type of driveway heating selected and the length and shape of the driveway, it can cost up to $30,000. So, Cody and Robin potentially spent a lot of money on their heated driveway. Some Redditors believe that Robin and Cody chose to hide assets from the other wives, who are now exes. They think Robin and Cody knew those women would leave, and prepared for that by pouring money into pricey art collections and more. That's a very cynical viewpoint, and there's no proof of that, but maybe it's not an impossibility either. It's certainly clear that Robin and Cody's lifestyle was more upscale than the others. On Reddit, the patriarch and his villain of a wife, Robin, were taken to task for living like a listers. One fan summed it up. Some reality fans may be aware that another reality family, the Chrisleys, got in a little trouble with the law. Tax issues put them behind the 8 ball. They were charged with conspiracy and tax evasion. To compare Robin and Cody to them speaks volumes about the public perception of the pair. They are perceived as a modern-day Bonnie and Clyde, but maybe they aren't as bad as all that. They've never been charged with crimes. On their art collection, Robin and Cody reportedly spent $20,000. David Yurman jewelry fan Cody wears a Heart of the Ocean necklace valued at $1,100. Cody has a stash of pricey Rolex watches, some of which cost thousands of dollars. They are vintage designs, which Robin sometimes wears. Robin blew $70K of American Girl dolls and custom clothes for those toys. Since Cody recently divided the Coyote Pass land, granting his ex-wives larger shares, except Christine, it seems like the controversial couple might be changing their ways. Perhaps Cody's realizing that he didn't always treat those women well? However, another scenario, which actually makes more sense, is that they frightened him with possible legal action, scaring him into giving them shares of the land. The sister wives patriarch Cody wasn't that generous with Janelle and Miri before, so why would he be different now? What changed was the women's attitudes. Sister wives, Star Padon Brown, the son of Christine Brown Woolley and Cody Brown, sent a blunt message to all moms except one on Mother's Day. On Sunday, May 11, Payton, 27, posted a playful video on TikTok that left fans of the TLC show saying the same thing. "I wish a very, very happy Mother's Day to almost every mother out there," Payton said in the clip while sitting in the driver's seat of a car. "Not every single mother there is at least one I'm not wishing Happy Mother's Day. Because I'm a butt muncher sometimes." Stassi Schroeder's daughter, Hartford, is infatuated with Lisa Vanderpump. Stassi Schroeder's daughter, Hartford, is infatuated with Lisa Vanderpump in the caption, he clarified. "No, I am not excluding anybody specific. I just thought it was funny. But people will definitely choose to run away with anything they want." Many of Payton's TikTok followers immediately thought he was speaking to his mom, Christine, and her former sister wives, Janelle Brown and Mary Brown, but excluding his father's fourth and now only wife, Robin Brown, amid a rift between Cody and some of his adult kids in recent years.